We're going to have a nice show here today, and we are going to get it going right now. So if I could have St. John's come forth and post the colors, please.
Looks like Yenzo.
Pose. Other. Feet and. I'll try and get you enough. Sir, permission to pose the colors.
Permission granted.
Order. Pose. Pose. Detail. Well, they're already started. Rifles. Order. Go ahead.
Okay, now we're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance. Mira, Bella, and Lane. Please come forward. And now I'd like to introduce Elise Sparks for Flower Scotland. One more time, Elise Sparks, Flower Scotland. Elise.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the last night's gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars o'er the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
Okay, thank you, Ian. Thank you, kids, for the pledge. And really quick, too, I just want to get a round of applause here for all the people here that put this on, okay? Volunteers, the board, okay, the commissioners here that do all this stuff, okay? It is an undertaking, and we appreciate it. And with that, I would like to introduce our president, Mr. Ron Coots. Everybody, give it up for Ron.
Again, I'd like to thank everyone for being here. It's really hard to follow that after Jeff. I just can't follow him. Every year I have to follow him. It's hard to cover that. But again, I want to thank you for being here. It's exciting for us. Every year, bigger things happen here. New things happen. Again, I want you to, this weekend, please look around, enjoy everything we have. I think you're going to really like the Scottish weather we're bringing in and the whole 9 yards. So at this time, it would be my honor to bring the chieftain from last year, the county exec, Paul Farrell.
How's everybody doing? Ready for a wonderful weekend? It is going to be fantastic. I got to tell you, it was such an honor and a pleasure to be the chief last year and to go around. And for me, it was exciting to listen to the lineage and talk to the clans and find out where they came from and who they are, and just to embrace that history. And it's one that I will never forget as chief. I appreciate it. We're looking forward to coming back. Last year, I had the fortunate opportunity of hurting my back, so I couldn't throw the axes. I made sure I practiced this year, so I'm going to be ready to go. It's going to be a good time. But what I'd like to do now is I'm going to hand off the staff to this year's chief. And Mike Boyle is a lifelong Milwaukee resident who grew up in Bayview and in Hales Corners. He has served and is passionate about the Celtic community and has been doing things for over 30 years. Starting off in 1984 with the Milwaukee Irish Fest. In 1985, he was a member of the Shamrock Club of Wisconsin. He's been part of the Milwaukee St. Patrick's Day Parade as a volunteer for 31 years and parade director for 16 years. And in the Milwaukee Irish Fest, he's been with the organization, like I said, since '84, including the Irish Fest Board of Directors, and was honored in 2006 as the Irish Fest Volunteer of the Year. And in the opportunity I just had to talk with him, listening to his passion about Irish Fest, this is going to be an easy weekend for him. He just gets to enjoy a little beverages and see what's going on. So it is my honor to introduce this year's 2017 Chief of the Clans, Mike Boyle.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Yeah, I do get a little passionate about all things Celtic, Irish in particular. I want to thank the Board of Directors of Wisconsin Scottish, Ron and Lori and everybody for this great honor. I'm pleased that you'll allow a lowly Irishman to hang out with you Scots for the weekend. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to have the distinct pleasure to call the clans to assemble, and I was thinking about that before we came here, and I think the symbolism is apt. There's been a lot of fighting in our society, as there was among the Scottish clans, as there was among the Irish clans. When my great-great-grandfather, Patrick Boyle, and his new wife, Peggy Lynch, and her brother, Ned, came to America in 1837, they settled in Massachusetts, and they found work there, and they tried to save up enough money to send Ned back to get the rest of the family. But there was fighting, not only among the different ethnic groups, but among the different counties of Ireland. So if you were on the job and you weren't in the right county, you faced having your shack, your shanty, tumbled down. So in 1839, Ned went back and brought the rest of the family over, and came back in 1840. In 1841, they decided to lit out for the great Midwest, the great unknown. They arrived in Milwaukee via boat in 1842, incidentally the year before the first St. Patrick's Day Parade in Milwaukee. And it was a very different world they found here. It was clannish. The city was ruled by the Yankees, the English and English-speaking settlers from the East Coast. The Scots, Alexander Mitchell, who became a banking and railroad tycoon, fit in very well, but the Irish, they were laborers. I mean, most of my people ended up working in the railroad yards for the Mitchells and the other people of the day. So I think a lot about the discourse and the dissonance in our society today. And I'm hoping that this weekend, with the symbolism of drawing the clans together, will be a lesson to us all, will be a lesson to our society, that we are stronger together than we ever are apart. And I think that's the big lesson that we as Celtic people need to teach the rest of society. Once again, thank you for this high honor. I look forward to visiting with you all over the weekend. Enjoy it. Thank you. Bowsmen, archers, can we have the arrows? It's my distinct pleasure to call the clans together. Come forward, please.
Proud to be involved with these games for the last 16 years, celebrating our culture, heritage, family, and in this year we'll have 4 generations. And of course, all of our friends.
The spirit of the Scottish Highlands is alive, and the blood is strong. And today, we are going to honor those warriors whose blood flows through the Highland and Lowland clans. Clan gun, sit! The Roman legions came to Scotland because they thought they were going to take it, only to be pushed back. They traded in their shields, they traded in their swords for shovels to dig rocks, to build 2 walls to keep us out. The tribe that gave the Romans the troubles was an ancient tribe known to history as the Picts.
We are the ancient Picts. We are your ancestral farmers, your goldsmiths, and your warriors. We lived together mainly in peace, but we were always prepared to fight for each other, and to fight for all of us.
We fought with our swords, spears, and axes. We fought for our people and our way of life. But most of all, we fought with all our heart to forge the legends that we know today.
We're your berserkers. We fought fiercely on the bogs, fields, and forests, painted in the face to strike fear in our enemies, taking their heads for our prize.
Next tribe came across the sea, fierce and noble. They would make a lasting impression on the land. They were the Dalradia Scots.
We come from the north of Ireland. We are an ancient warrior tribe that the land would be named after us. We're the Dalridian Scots.
Yeah, gun clan, set! Next tribe struck fear in everybody's heart. They're the most fearless warriors of their day. They were the Vikings.
We come from the land of the ice and snow, with the midnight sun and the hot springs blow.
Aslifson, called the ultimate Viking. His grandson, Gunni Olafsson, is the named father of our clan. Gunni is Norse for war, and we prefer war. Vikings!
But over time, they figured out that each one could throw a pretty good party, so they became one. Bloodline of the Scots and Clan Gun. Clan Gun. Most of the clan in the area. Bigger neighbors. Yes, we won some fights, we lost some fights, but we never truly put down. In fact, when we were in battle, we struck fear in our enemies' hearts. But Clan Gun is here, and we are honored to be here amongst you today. Good play! That is Latin. That means either peace or war. We prefer war! Guns are here.
We are covering the Welsh. For those of you that do not speak the language of heaven, that is good evening and greetings. How are you? Cymru, on beat, Wales, forever.
Clan McEwen is here. Reveresco, I grow green again.
I bring you greetings from James C. Burnett, Beckery, Scotland. The Burnetts are here. Clan Turnbull, I saved the king. Clan MacLeod is here. Our ancestors were Norse kings. Our lands are the western Highlands and Highlands of Scotland. Our stronghold is Dunvegan Castle on the Isle of Skye, home of our chiefs for over 800 years. Our motto, hold fast, MacLeod!
and kin, friends and family. What a pleasure it is to celebrate today and this weekend with all of you. Attention to Clan! Clan Young! We rise!
We are Clan Mackenzie, one of the largest clans. So large we have two mottos. One, Luceo non oro, I shine, not burn. Two, Quick and Read, save the king.
Clan Mackenzie is here! From the lowlands of Aberdeenshire to the borders at Tweeddale, Clan Hay is the clan of the Lord High Constable of Scotland, financier to the kings of Scotland since Robert the Bruce. Our motto is Serva Jugum, and our battle cry is Ahay! Ahay! Ahay!
Clan McFarland is here. Our motto is "This I'll defend," and our battle cry, "Lock Floyd." Clan McLaren, ancient Highland clan going back over 1,000 years. Highland Jacobite warriors supporting the Stewarts of Appin and all the rising. We greet you with the clan's ancient rallying cry. Cry on deck! Clan Cameron is here! Our motto, unite! Our battle cry, sons of hounds, come hither and get blessed!
The Bransons are here!
The oldest clan in the world. A clan so large it had to be divided into 9 houses. We claim land in Ireland, Scotland, the Isles. From Ardford Terrace, the Clan Donald is here. We are the clan of the Guardian of Scotland. Clan Mullins is here. Freedom!
Scots here we Wallace flag. Scotsman faces up in leg. We'll come to your glory bed. For the victory. Scotland.
Those who have served this country, both past and present, we honor you and we remember you.
brothers and sisters. For 16 years, I've been honored to stand before you and ask for God's presence here. And I really do believe that God has smiled on us once again. It's a beautiful night, and we have a beautiful weekend ahead of us. That fire that's behind me, that stands between all the clans, that unites all the clans, that unites all of us, that fire that burns in all of our hearts, may that continue to bind us together in the midst of all the things that happen. We certainly remember all those who are struggling right now, all those who are without housing right now down in Texas, but we want to certainly know that we are all united as one people, one in God, one in faith. And that fire, may it never go out in us. May it never be put out. May that light shine in us, and the darkness shall never overcome it. We have been given a great gift of that. And may that continue to burn in our hearts and bind us together and bring us together in love and peace and harmony. Let us pray. May you know nothing but happiness from this day forward. We rise today through a mighty strength, God's power to guide us, God's might to uphold us, God's eye to watch over us, God's ear to hear us, God's word to speak to us, God's hand to guard us, God's way to lie before us, God's shield to shelter us, God's host to secure us. Deep peace of running wave to you, deep peace of flowing air to you, deep peace of the quiet earth to you, deep peace of shining stars to you, deep peace of the infinite peace to you. The love and affection of the angels to be with you, the love and affections of the saints be to you, the love and affections of heaven be to you, to guard and cherish you. May God shield you on every steep. May Christ aid you on every path. May Spirit fill you with on every slope, on hill and on plain. Dance as if no one is ever watching. Sing as if no one were listening, and live every day as if it were your last. And let all of God's people say, Amen.
At this time, it's my honor to recognize the Person of the Year, Celtic Person of the Year. This year, we're recognizing Ian Day and Marie Day for the Celtic Person of the Year. Here they come. I know I wasn't going to lose them. Yes. I just want to let you know, Ian and Marie Day has been a prominent figure in the Celtic community for many, many years. Ian has blessed many of us with his beautiful voice and repertoire of Scottish folk songs. He's behind me giving all this scarf. And I enjoy it. Okay, here we go. As well, he's a Scottish gentleman, all heart. I know I've got something to read, but I know Ian Day for many, many, many years as his wife. They're the people that, if I need to talk about anything about Scotland or traditions, they sat down with us and just sat down and explained the whole history about Scotland and helped us through a lot of things, especially in Wisconsin Scottish. These two people are just outstanding. I couldn't give them a better award than this. I want to thank you, Ian, for the best thing you ever gave for Wisconsin Scottish. Thank you.
Wisconsin Scottish, thank you ever so much for your kindness. Thank you, and thank you. And did I say thank you?
this time, they will present Clan Gun, the 2017 Honored Clan.
Clan Gun, please step forward.
Anybody else out there? Justin, come on up. Sophie, come on up. Evan Younger, come on up. Guns, come on up. Come on.
Again, Clan Gun is our honored clan this year. Jeff, congratulations and everything. There you go.
Thank you very much. Just want to thank all these guys behind me right here. I mean, it's been 20 years of starting this by myself in a tent, and this is how it grows. And I'm going to encourage everybody else to get involved. Get your kids involved, okay? So this is how things grow right here. You know, we have a passion for it. People with passion right here. They come out here. We have a lot of fun, but we don't want to see these things die. So we want to see these things grow. So it's important we instill the youth in our culture here. It's important that we instill the people too, and get them involved in their passion too as well. Okay? Thank you very much. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to thank our sponsors and people who helped out this evening. A special thanks to Brian Donaldson and the cadets from St. John's Northwestern Military Academy. Ian Dave and Danny Crossley for piping this evening, as well as I'd like to thank the sponsors that helped us make this happen. Ken Cook, Wildwood Lodge, Holiday Inn, Capital Beer Capital, Milwaukee Marriott West, Waukesha State Bank, and Educators Credit Union. You get the call. I get you. You got it.
Once again, never ask an Irishman for a few short comments. It never works very well. You know the old story. Never ask an Irishman what time it is. He'll tell you how to build a watch. This concludes our opening ceremonies. It's been a glorious evening. You're invited to join us inside the Expo Center for food and fun and fellowship and, oh yeah, beverages. So if you would, follow me. And this isn't on the script, but as the honored clan, Guns, would you accompany me? Would you help me lead everybody in?
We will dismiss the honor guard. I missed a step. It is my great honor.
It is my great honor at this point to declare the games open. Now we walk.